As El Paso continues to battle the COVID-19 pandemic, the EPISD Board of Trustees is now taking a 4-week timeline dedicated to distance learning and doubling it. ABC 7's Michael Gordon reports.
And during the public comment, we heard from not one but two education-aligned teaching groups. Both of them were in agreement saying that this is a critical decision for the safety and security of students and staff, and that they've learned a lot about how to carry out these virtual classrooms, and that this distance learning will not take away from the quality or the content of the lessons of the education itself.
It shouldn't take more than about a second to make a decision on this. And we've seen the science is now pouring out that yes, kids are vulnerable, yes, kids can spread. Actually, their apparent 10 and older are very efficient spreaders.
The vote delays a return to the classroom until October 19th, which is a full 8 weeks after the school year starts on August the 17th. The extension came at the recommendation from the superintendent that students shouldn't return until the city reaches a 5% positivity rate or lower. But we haven't seen that positivity rate that low since mid-April, bringing up the concern that yet another extension of remote learning could be needed.
And then we can come present you some different options based on where we are, because then we'll have another 4 weeks of data in front of us from where we are today.
A waiver will now be submitted to the Texas Education Agency, with approval required to make that extension official.
By taking care of educators, staff, and students, we preserve the quality and sustainability of learning for our students. By approving this waiver to extend virtual learning to October, you are doing what is right, what is ethical, and what is moral for all.
However, one lone voice did ring out against the move.
Our kids need to return, and I'm sorry, but I do not feel like the district is child-centered. I don't believe children are your top priority, because if they were, you would allow the opportunity. We're not forcing everybody to return. Everyone has the opportunity to stay home should they want to.
So what happens if that 5% positivity benchmark isn't reached? Well, the superintendent's saying there's certainly options that they can look into regarding that exact issue when the September board meeting arrives. Michael Gordon, ABC 7.
And the EPISD superintendent recommends the positivity rate should be at that 5% benchmark for at least 14 days before returning. Now, for some extra perspective, today's rolling 7-day average positivity rate is 12.8%. Meanwhile, the board also approving a 5-cent increase to the tax rate for the 2020-2021 school year. The new rate would come out to $50 for a home valued at $100,000. A proposed bond measure totaling $242 million has been delayed. The item was on the agenda but was removed without action or discussion.
Come October, not every high school student will return to the classroom. Board of Trustees wants them returning on a staggered basis when the school district gets the green light from the health authority to open up campuses. ABC 7 Saul Science explains who will attend classes and when. He joins us live from El Paso High School, one of the schools affected by staggered in-classroom instruction. And Saul, can parents choose to keep their students at home?
Yes, Stephanie, parents can choose to keep their students at home or, as you said, send them to classrooms like this one here at El Paso High School. For those who want to send them back after the all clear is given, parents will have the opportunity to send them back at least 2 days out of the week. For instance, we know some parents who filled out a survey chose to send kids back to on-campus instruction. As a result, 40% of the student body will return to in-person instruction. However, only 20% of those students will attend classes on Mondays and Tuesdays. The other 20% will attend Thursdays and Fridays. One board member explains school officials have had the summer to get virtual instruction down.
Because it's been brought to my attention, because people are like, well, we have those doubts on online because it was so messy the first time. But I've been telling people, you know, we've had the summer to kind of perfect it as much as possible, and it's going to be a completely different experience.
Now, school board members made it clear classrooms will not reopen to in-person instruction until they know it is safe to do so. EPISD classes start on Monday. Now, all instruction will begin on a virtual basis until it is okay to reopen the campuses, which board members believe will be in October. For now, live outside El Paso High School, Saul Saenz, ABC 7.